You from the Gleneagles Health City in Chennai, and it's a special moment for two of their patients. They had lost their hand in multiple accidents, and in a gap of 10 days, both of them have got brand new hands now thanks to organ transplant from brain dead patients. With me, Bhuvan and Karthik. Bhuvan had lost his right hand in an accident, and Karthik in a cracker burst injury. He had lost both his hands. Thank you very much for speaking to us. How does it feel now with a brand new hand?
I'm so happy it happened to me. It's feel like I'm me again. It's feel like it's been years.
You would have had the option to go for an artificial limb, but you chose to wait for a transplant. Any particular reason?
Artificial or synthetic hand are not getting comfortable to me. That's why I choose hand transplant surgery. It's give me a sensation to real feeling. Okay, sir.
உங்களுக்கு அந்த விபத்துக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்கள் இந்த மாதிரி இப்போ ஒரு புது இது கிடைச்சிருக்கு. ஹவு டு ஃபீல்?
ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. இந்த தருணத்தை நான் எப்படி எதிர்பார்க்கணும்னு சொல்ல சாருக்கு தான் நன்றி சொல்லணும். ஏன்னா இவ்வளோ நாள் 1.5 வருஷமாக கை இல்லாமல் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டேன். இந்த இப்படி நான் ஃபீல் பண்ணதே ரோபோட்டிக் ஹேண்ட் வைக்கலான்றது ஒரு அடுத்த தருணம். நம்மளால் தொட முடியாது, நம்மளோட உணர்ச்சிகளை இது பண்ண முடியாது ரோபோட்டிக் ஹேண்டு. இப்போ நார்மலான்றது இந்த ஹேண்டுன்றது நம்மளால் எல்லாமே பண்ண முடியும். இதுக்கு நான் சாருக்கு தான் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி சொல்லணும். ஏன்னா இதோட எப்படி இது பண்ணணும், என்ன இது டெய்லி முதல் கொண்டு எனக்கு எதுவும் தெரியாது. எல்லாமே சாரு தான். அவர் எங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணார். நான் அதை ஓகேன்னு சொல்லி இது பண்ணிக்கலாம், இது பண்ணால் லைஃப் லாங். ஏன்னா எனக்கு 31 வயசு தான் ஆகுது. மேற்கொண்டு நான் இருக்கணுன்றதுக்கோசம் யாரோட உதவி தேவைப்படும். எனக்கு இன்னொருத்தவங்க உதவி தேவைப்பட்டதான் நான் என்ன பண்ணணும். இப்போ நான் 2 மாதம் கழிச்சு சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் டெவலப் ஆகி என்ன நானே தயார் பண்ணிக்கலான்ற மாதிரி ரெடி ஆகிடலாமா, அதுக்கோசம் வேறு என்ன.
He says earlier he had plans to go for a robotic hand, but then he decided to go for transplant. He is thanking his doctor profusely, saying that the very fact that he is able to have the sensation in both his hands, that makes a huge difference. Venkatesh had lost both his hands in a electricity accident, and now he says he is able to do everything. He is able to drive.
ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. சொல்ல போனோன்னா ரொம்ப ஹாப்பி. ஏன்னா வாழ்க்கையில் திரும்ப கிடைக்காதுன்ற விஷயம் கிடைக்கிற போது கிடைக்கிற சந்தோஷம் அது சொல்லி முடியாது. ஸோ அந்தளவுக்கு செம்ம ஹாப்பி.
He says he's extremely happy. He has got back whatever he had lost. That's what he's explaining. Thank you very much, doctor. What's the larger message? Hand transplants is not that popular, but it can transform lives. Tell us also about how much of functionality will these gentlemen have now?
Yeah. So among the transplant, you have heard about kidney transplant, liver transplant, heart transplant, lung transplant. All these transplants are done to save the lives. There's another terminology called a reconstructed transplant, and hand transplant comes in that. So this is the one which is supposed to increase the quality of life. It's not going to increase your life as such. It is going to increase your quality of life. The years you are going to live, you have a good quality. As my Mr. Venkatesh told, he is able to get back what he has lost. That is one. If you speak technically, hand transplant is one of the toughest among all the transplant, because the number of structures we have to join. For example, in the forearm level, it's almost 25 to 30 muscles we have to join, and each one has to be joined in correct tension to bring back the function. We have to join the nerves, and we have to join the blood vessels. Blood vessels will be joined in all transplant, but here apart from that we have to join the nerves and the tendons and the muscles. That carries the biggest and challenge, and they all should be done in the right tension. And the third thing, as you asked, the function depends upon the level which we transplant. Suppose in the distal forearm level we are expecting around 70 minimum of 70 to 80% function they could able to get, and definitely they will be able to lead a near normal life with their hands. And as we go proximally, more like a forearm or a shoulder level, then the chances of the function will not get same function, but definitely they will be able to get better than a prosthetic hand at that level.
Functionality wise, so it's near normal, is it?
I will not say near normal. They will be able to with the existing hand. See, for example, if a patient's own hand is cut and it is rejoined, even they will not get 100% function. So now we are fitting another person's to his body, so they will not get 100% function. So what, it depends on the level. If it's a distal forearm, we are expecting around minimum of 80%, 70 to 80% function, and with that they will be able to do most of their functions. Will not affect their routine. That's what I mean.
In their cases, they've got hands from women donors who were brain dead. Will that make a difference?
Yeah, so the thing is, male to female is not a problem. Only thing what we look at it is in a transplant is the blood group in a hand transplant. If the blood group is matched, then we can definitely go ahead with the hand transplant. The gender doesn't matter, one. And the second thing is, two of our patients received female hands to a male. So once initially it might appear little feminine, but over time, because of the action of the male hormone, the skin tone and the hair growth will be little towards the male side. So they need not worry about those things.
Doctor, still there is a degree of reluctance when it comes to the family members of a brain dead patient to donate the hands. What is your message?
So when the family is in distress, they don't want their dear and near one's body is seen mutilated. When they harvest the heart, lung, kidney, they're all inside organs. Nothing will appear mutilated. But when they take the hand, the body appears disfigured, which they don't want. But here I want to convey that we always have a little bit color matched processes which we fit to the noble soul, and so that the bodies never appear mutilated. We always, whenever we go for a hand harvest, we always take that with us, and once we harvest the hand, we fit these processes so the body doesn't appear disfigured, so they can come out. So you can boldly say that body doesn't disfigure, and you can also donate hand along with the other organs.
Right. We also have Dr. Arun Kumar with us, and doctor, if I can ask you, how much does a transplant like this cost?
Roughly the cost of the whole transplant process, including the surgery and the inpatient stay, costs around 25 lakhs. Presently we don't have our insurance schemes covering under it, so and we have asked for the insurance to be covered for this transplantation also, in addition to the other organ transplantations.
Tamil Nadu is being seen as the capital for both organ donation as well as organ transplant. What are the ways, especially the measures evolved over the years, has made this possible?
So usually the initial transplant motto came from the donation of organs from a doctor's son. So unluckily I was the last person to see him also, and I was a general surgeon. So that time when that event started, it became a bigger motivation, and that motivation cultivated among the common souls also to donate the organs.
The green corridor by the police helps?
It helps a lot because it shortens our time to reach the hospital center where we are awaiting to start the transplantation process once we have retrieved the hand organ.
Tamil Nadu is a forefront in many of the transplant program, and they are also supporting kidney liver transplant in the CM scheme. So we are planning to represent to the government to add the hand transplant program also in the CM scheme.
If a family is willing to donate hands of a brain dead person, in how much time should it reach the recipient to be able to transplant?
So the blood supply should be reperfused. If it is between 6 to 8 hours should be an ideal time if you are able to reperfuse the cut limb. So most of all the 3 transplants which we have done are from different places. One from Erode, one from Trichy, the other is from Ahmedabad, one of the longest travelled organ probably in India. So for a hand, I mean. So the time is very, very crucial because these are all airlifted and come back. So we have to plan everything in reverse so that the time is shortened, the transport time and the schema time is shortened, so that we get the maximum function back.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you all very much, and all the best. So it's an emotional moment for these 2 young men who have got their hands transplanted, organ transplants transforming lives. In Chennai, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find It TV.